Say that again?
I grew up in Humboldt Park, crazy-ass neighborhood, especially, like, when I first grew up type shit. I was always that one weird kid that never really got involved with bullshit until I got older. Growing up, I was just, like, always into sports and shit, wasn't really thinking about music. And then, I don't know, I think something more music-related was just, like, the car rides my mom used to, like, put me through and shit, because even though I grew up in Humboldt Park, we kind of lived, like, damn near everywhere in the city, just bouncing around cribs and shit. Yeah. So, like, the car ride, even though I, like, moved around a lot, she always made sure I went to the same school. So even when we lived all the way on the north side, she would drive me all the way to Humboldt Park in the mornings just to go to school. So we always had, like, either 92.3, 107.5, or B96 on. That was, like, probably, like, my biggest bonding moment with my mom, those car rides. I feel like my perception of music changed because at first I was just always listening to, like, radio hits literally all the time, like Drake, Lil Wayne, when they were, like, on top of the world, like, 15 years ago? Yeah. But then I heard Day and Night by Kid Juli come on. And I really fell in love with the song instantly, even though I wasn't smoking weed yet. I wasn't doing none of that, but I just clicked with the song, you know? Yeah. It just made sense. That was, like, the first time I, like, looked up an artist, you feel me? Yeah. So that was, like, the first time I, like, went on my own, like, side little venture, like, oh, who's this? Who's that?
Started to figure out your own, like, style.
That's when I started getting into, like, more... Even though he wasn't really underground, he had an underground vibe, you know? Like, ever since then, I kind of, like, been paying attention more to, like, people who aren't really as discovered yet, you know? Yeah. I have Spotify and shit, but, like, I barely be on it, bro. Because, like, half the time I'm either listening to myself or my homies' music. Yeah. And then since, I got them on Spotify and all that, but, like, half the time I have access to all their unreleased music, too. Yeah. So it's just, like, I'm always listening to that. For, like, people who check out my music, you will realize, like, I be, like, lit and turned and shit, but, like, at the same time, I'm speaking on, like, dark-ass topics that are, like, sensitive. Even my song Faded, like, it's lit and energetic, but, like, if you were to dissect the lyrics, it's, like, I'm talking about some real shit. I'm talking about, like, motherfuckers have been fake with me. I've been, like, my biggest, like, setback, and that I'm, like, stuck in the middle of just, like, being, like, I know I'm smart enough to make the right decision, but I still fall into the bullshit, so I'm stuck in the middle. Because, like, Malcolm, he was smart as fuck, but then he was always getting caught into, like, everyone's bullshit, and then, like, he knew he was smart, but he didn't want to be, like, top dog type shit. I can relate to that because, like, I don't care about being famous. I don't care about being rich. Like, I want to put some money in my pocket, but, like, at the end of the day, I'm just really trying to inspire people, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm not really trying to, like, half-ass it. I'm not trying to send a fake message. I remember when I first started making music and taking it more seriously, the people I had in my corner were kind of just like, oh, do a song like this, do a song like that. Like, oh, make some drill. I'm just like, bro, I sold some weed before, but I'm not that type of artist, you feel me? I'm not on some gangbanging shit, even though I have, like, friends that are, like, in that lifestyle and shit. It's just not necessarily me. And I feel that most people who know me and have conversations with me, like, they know that. They know I'm not gonna, like, I'm not gonna try to, like, motivate you to do some dumb shit. Like, come turn up, like, do some shit with me, but, like, we're not gonna go hurt nobody. We're not gonna do any of that. Like, it's just all about... It's corny as fuck, but it's, like, peace, love, and positivity. Because, like, if you're like, spreading anything more than that, you're just like, bro, you're sending the wrong message at the end of the day. It's peace, love. That's all you really gotta do. And, like, sometimes you get laughed about it for it, but then, like, if someone that's, like, super motivating and inspirational talks about the same thing, oh my God, he's speaking so woke. A lot of people are thinking and talking like this, but they tend to get, like, looked aside because they're not up there yet, you know?
And I think that's the power of, like, realizing exactly what you realize, which is that you're in the middle right now. Like, knowing that there is a space of realness and there is a space of, like, this kind of character. And the power in realizing that is knowing that you can kind of influence the world, bro. Right? Like, you can be the person you need to be to accomplish the goals that you have in mind, type shit. And, like, spreading love and positivity is always much better if you have an audience to talk to. And sometimes you do have to put on that character to talk to an audience or to even garner an audience. That's the duality of being an artist, is, like, we get the art from being real. Like, really, like, digging in, talking about our scars, but finding a way to make it digestible for the common crowd. Still get that message across, but still have it be relatable.
I feel like I get that a lot too. Like, whenever, like, say if someone meets me at a show, or, like, they just randomly, like, come across my Instagram and they check out my music, they end up, like, peeping out, like, my more emotional songs. they're like, what made you like think about this? What inspired you to do it? And I'm just like, honestly, bro, like I just treat it like a therapy session. Like when I dropped my first EP, A Kid Named Juli, I had Faded on there, I had Sacrifices on there, and I'm thinking those are gonna be like the main songs that are getting played, right? But then I got a song called Why You Sad For, which is like super like boom bap vibes, just me on some like real chill shit, not even trying to like spit overly bars.
Yeah.
It's more so just like a conversation with myself. Like even when I went to the studio session, like I was just in a sad ass mood, not really feeling the day, like I didn't even want to go to the session type shit, but I was like, fuck it, I already paid for it, I still gotta go.
Yeah.
I ended up putting the song on the album because like I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it because like I fucked with the song, but then at the same time it was like one of those songs where I'm just like, I know not a lot of people are gonna fuck with this. And then crazy enough, it ended up being the most streamed song.
Damn.
So I was just like, damn, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone's listening, someone's actually giving a fuck. They're not just here for it to be turned. Like, gee, like I had one person listen to that song 300 times.
Yeah.
Shout out Ashley. She listens to that song.
Shout out Ashley.
She listens to that song like damn near probably more than like 500 times now.
Wow.
Like, just knowing that one song has so much impact, it made me more inspired to like drop the songs that are like more sad. I know even if it's not gonna be like on a concert type level, I'm trying to make that music where like you're listening to it by yourself in the car, you're at home, you're going through some shit, and then you just need someone to relate to because you feel no one's listening to you. We all go through like similar shit in just different ways, you know? Whether if you're in a bad relationship, or if you're broke, whatever the case may be, like you're not the only one going through that shit. Like everyone loses family, everyone loses friends, everyone loses jobs, everyone gets hungry, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like we all go through the same shit in just different ways, and it's just like just being relatable to whoever's listening. Like I don't see like a fan as a fan. I see him as just someone that's a family member I haven't met yet.
Yeah, that's right.
You feel me? So it's just like the way I look at life, I show love to everyone. Like even when you're like doing me wrong, like I do my best to try to make a positive situation out of it type shit. It's more different like when motherfuckers don't really understand that concept. So like I don't like lose my love for them. I kind of just like distance myself.
Yeah.
Because like that's just like their own journey they're going through, you know?
Yeah.
The way I look at music, I remember at one point I felt like I was trying to like save the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought I was gonna be able to do it by myself. Like I thought like being rich and famous can like do that.
Yeah.
But then over time, like I started making more music. I started like digging deeper with myself, and I was just like, I can't do this shit by myself.
Yeah.
I locked in with other artists because before I wasn't doing open mics. I wasn't really going to as many sessions as I used to. I would used to be so distant, you know?
Yeah.
But then I met artists like Juno the Young Jedi. Out of the whole Tomorrow gang, I'll bring them up more in a bit. I met Juno first, right? We were at this one concert. We had a mutual friend. And then ever since then, we've just been locked in. We're doing like contest shows and shit, which I don't recommend. But we're doing contest shows and all that, and like open mics. But then I started inviting him to the studio more. He started inviting me to his sessions and all that. And then back in late 2022, that's when I met Wall from the Future. And Tomorrow wasn't even a thing. So yeah, like shout out Tomorrow gang, TM, RW, shout out Tomorrow. That wasn't even a thing yet. But then like I remember meeting Walt. We met at a creative kickback where it was just like artists and creatives only type of vibe. And literally like it wasn't even just like, oh, let's put our songs on. It was just more so like, no, let's just talk. Let's like rap and just freestyle. I feel like sometimes like everyone's just like, oh, put my song on. But sometimes it's just like, nah, bro, like we're here for the vibes. Like I get you're trying to promote yourself, but like we're gonna listen to you, but like not at this moment. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like we did that, and then like just hearing him speak, and then like going to like open mics with him too. Like he was just like, damn, bro, like I want to do this, but like I feel like if we start doing it our own way type shit, like it's gonna have a bigger impact because it's not gonna be like, all right, you get your 10 minutes of shine and then get the fuck off stage type shit. It's gonna be like, no, like
yeah, you're something.
Yeah, like you'll start off with an open mic, but then you're gonna build up to a set, and then you're gonna build up to your own show.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what the whole process of Tomorrow Gang is going through right now, because like I feel like Tomorrow has been like a thing for like a little less than 2 years. It's just growing more and more, because at first we started at Sub T, and like that was like the only venue that was giving us a chance. But then now like we've branched off to like other venues that are fucking with us, and then I've hosted my own release party. Walt's about to be on his second release party. Astro dropped a release party. Juno. Drop your shit.
Drop your shit, Juno.
Drop your shit, Juno. We know it's coming. But then, like, even Juno's godbrother, Nico Suave, like, bro, he's been in the game, like, less than a year. It's probably been a year at this point now, but, like...
Nico's crazy, bro.
I remember when I first met him, I didn't even know he was an artist. He was just, like, showing me, like, beats he was working on and shit that he was gonna, like, hop on. But I was just like, oh, it's just no motherfucker that's trying to rap and shit. But then, like, bro, a year later, this nigga's been going crazy, bro. Like, he's at sessions, like, 2-3 times a week, always working. It's like, seeing his growth has been so crazy. And it's just like him, he's even said it, like, being around, like, Tomorrow Gang has been inspirational to him, too. Shout out to my boy Crix. He might pull up soon, possibly. Seeing his growth has been insane, because, like, I remember he was just, like, the low-key camera guy in the back that wasn't even, like, not even trying to be an artist type shit. But then, like, he had the passion for it. He just never really took that leap. But then just being around us, he's just been inspired to do so, you know? That's just, like, my goal, to get, like, more people on board, more comfortable, and just, like, trying. Like, you don't gotta be perfect. You don't gotta be fucking Kendrick Lamar. You don't gotta be fucking Drake. You don't gotta be J. Cole. You don't gotta be Eminem. You can be Kid Juli. You can be Kimchi. You can be fucking Carlo. It's just, that's who you are. One of the things I don't like is, like, say if I show someone my song, oh, you sound like this person. I'm just like...
Oh, yes, exactly.
Like,
that's one of my...
And it's just like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I respect it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I know where you're coming from. You're trying to show love. But, like, I was inspired by them probably, but I'm not them.
Exactly.
Because, like, if it was say if I become famous as fuck tomorrow, they're not going to be like, oh, you sound like Drake. You sound like Kanye. They're going to be like, no, you sound like Kid Juli. And I'm just like, no matter who the fuck you are, you sound like yourself.
Yeah.
You're inspired by whoever inspired you, and, like, you're probably gonna, like, have moments in your music where you're like, yeah, you do sound like them, but it's just like, unless you're literally being copycat, like, you just took whatever the fuck you learned and made it your own. Because, like, that's what Kanye did. Yes. That's what Picasso did. That's what Drake did. That's what Lil Wayne did. You become a product of whoever inspires you, you know? That's the beautiful thing about any type of art, because art is basically taking whatever you listen to and then just making it your own. When I first started making music, like, I was playing copycat. I was doing, like, remixes, but, like, I didn't know how to rap yet. But I knew I wanted to do music, because, like, starting off, I just wanted to make beats. I didn't really start fucking around with, like, vocals until, like, later on. I learned how to rap through Chance the Rapper, Kendrick, and Nas, because that one song Kendrick does, Rigor Mortis, I learned how to rap fast because of that. I learned how to, like, approach songs differently because of that one song, because not only is he rapping fast, he's changing his voice, he's, like, speeding it up, he'll slow it down randomly, and then he'll just be on some funny shit out of nowhere. Chance is more so, like, he has that weird-ass voice that not everyone rocks with, but it's, like, so it stands out so much. But at the same time, he's rapping his ass off. You feel me? Like, shit like that is just, like, no matter how you sound, like, no matter what the fuck type of music you make, someone's gonna fuck with it. Somebody. Even if you're making shit that's just, like, screaming type shit, someone's gonna fuck with it.
Exactly.
And it's just, like, once you get past, like, that type of stage as a creative, it's just, like, you can make whatever the fuck you want. Not everyone's not gonna fuck with it, but as long as you get one person to rock with you, that's all that matters. Like, even at events, I'm not stressing about followers. I'm not stressing about anything. But, like, I remember I performed my song, Numb, which is it's probably, like, my most emotional song. Like, I'm talking about, like, dark-ass shit. Like, basically, long story short, I tried to kill myself twice. So that, to me, basically opening up about, like, those moments and shit, just feeling numb, emotionless, and just being in a dark place. And then, like, me performing that song at an old open mic, and I had this one lady come up to me, and she told me that her son had passed away because he basically gave up on life, you know, he took himself away. Her just coming up to me and just speaking, like, kind words to me, and just, like, telling me songs like that will, like, help people, you know? Back to Kid Cudi, like, whenever I was in a dark place, and then shout out Mac Miller too, albums like Faces and then albums like Man on the Moon, it's just like, I would listen to those projects in a dark time, and I would cry and shit, but it would basically just help me not give up, you know? Basically, long story short, this scar on my forehead is not an accident. I got another one on my arm. It's not an accident. I used to tell people it was an accident, but it's not an accident. So,
thank you for sharing that.
Love.
For real, because I really do think, like, that's where it starts, is, like, when we come from a place of vulnerability and, like, really talk about the shit that affects us honestly, is where, like, really good foundations is built for whatever you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about the lowest stuff, that's where everybody can relate.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like the common denominator between all of us, and then that's when you can start to kind of add wisdom, add value, because you know you've been through the same shit.
Bro.
Now you can talk about, okay, maybe think about it this way, you know, different perspectives, and now we can like start raising the level of consciousness within the communities that we have, and then doing greater things with that. Just the fact that you were open about it, like you went through that, I went through that too. Oh shit, I'm not alone.
It's okay to say you're not okay.
Yes. Yes.
And it's just like, bro, like, even Faded, bro, like, I remember I used to be scared to do that song. Because, like, yeah, it's lit and energetic, but I'm, like, talking about, like, the emotional shit. But then, like, seeing the impact it had when I first performed it, and then, like, people singing along, it's okay to say you're not okay type shit, like, bro, like...
I'm a firm believer in mantras.
Yeah.
Like, it's a way to program our mind to, like, believe shit.
Bro.
If you keep saying the same things, like, your brain will be like, oh, that is true. And that's the power of music, is you can start saying, like, I was saying shit when I was a kid listening to songs I didn't know the meaning to. That's the power of it. Like, even if you don't know the meaning of it, you're still saying it, and it becomes part of you. And, like, people will hear your song, you know, motherfuckers going through shit, and they'll hear that shit. It's okay to say you're not okay, and they're gonna say that too.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh shit, oh, it is okay. You know what I mean? And then
like,
they start
it just
believing.
inspires them to, like, branch out, you know? Even, like, when you're going through shit, like, in the long run, you're gonna figure it out, you know? So, like, it's not gonna be like, oh, you're down bad forever, you know? Life happens. Like, shit happens. You fuck up. Shit gets taken away, whatever the case may be. But whether if it's mental or just, like, real life shit, you know? It's okay to say you're not okay. You're gonna figure it out. It takes time. You're gonna have moments of doubt where you feel like you can't accomplish shit, but then you're gonna have that moment where you just lock the fuck in. Like, it's not gonna be tomorrow. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, but, like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something that's like a self-driven journey, you know? Yeah. So, like, if you're just lounging around, like, yeah, you're probably not getting much done, but, like, the moment you just realize, like, hey, I gotta be on my shit. Yeah. That's when you just lock in, you know?
That's why I really like, do you know Rick Rubin? Have you heard of him? He's he's got the beard, like,
yeah,
white
like
beard.
The whole fucking industry, like, goes for him for advice, like, all the time.
He has his approach to making art is everything is a journal entry. And it's like kind of, you're talking about what you're going through, or like topics that is on your mind. And you're kind of writing your story as you're making music, as you're making art. Like you said, it's a journey, and what's cool about it is you're able to write your own journey. You're able to write your own story. You can influence, like, your future by just saying you're gonna do something, and then, like, really, like, committing to doing it. You know what I mean?
And, like, the change happens when you just literally go do it.
Exactly.
Whether if it's, like, job searching or just, like, trying to branch out and just do something different. Because, like, I remember being in, like, 10th grade, like, what's that, like, sophomore year, junior year? Yeah. I had, like, the passion for music, but I never really took it. But then, back to the mantra thing, like, I remember being, like, 16, 17, telling everyone, I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. I do music. Didn't have one song out. I'm a rapper. Spit something. I don't got nothing yet. And I'll just be like, over time, I was realizing, like, before I, like, started taking music more seriously, like, I feel like I started taking it way more seriously, like, once I was 20, 21. Yeah. I remember, like, looking back at myself, I'm like, damn, I'm telling everybody I'm this and that, but, like, I haven't been doing this and that. So, like, once I was just like, damn, do I really want to do this, or am I just going to, like, lie to myself and then lie to everyone I've ever met? Yeah. Some of them, I'm probably never going to see them again, but, like, that's going to be the memory they have of me, you feel me? Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, he was that dude, he said he's a rapper, but, like, I go on his Facebook, I go on his Instagram, I don't see none of that shit. So, like, a couple years ago, I didn't have none of that shit on my Instagram. Like, I didn't have no type of music shit. But, like, now you go on my Instagram, that's all you fucking see. Yeah. And then, like, even people that are, like, they are not, like, really in the scene music-wise, but then they, like, come up to me and, like, because, like, it'll be, like, an old friend of mine type shit, and then I run into them. They're like, damn, bro, I see you doing the music shit. Like, I know back then you weren't really on it, but, like, bro, like, keep doing that shit, bro. Yeah. So, like, little moments like that is what, like, motivates me because, like, once again, someone's paying attention.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, even when, like, you feel like people at shows not be paying attention to you, someone at home, when you post your story, they're looking at you. If your song randomly comes up, they're fucking hearing you. Damn, I recognize this guy.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, moments like that where it's just, like, it's all full circle, you know? It's just, like, if you're pursuing it, do it. Because you're motivating somebody. Somebody's paying attention.
Yeah.
And if no one's paying attention, you're just motivating yourself.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And you got to do it for those people paying attention.
Do it for those people paying attention, because those are the ones that are going to rock with you.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the ones that, like, listen to your songs over and over again. Those are going to be the ones that pop out when you have, like, a show and shit. They're going to be the one, like, as soon as you announce merch, they're going to buy it because they're like, damn, he said what he did. Yeah. He's not trying to market me. He's not trying to just hit me up just because he wants some money. He's just like, he's doing his shit. He or she is doing his shit, and they're just, like, really focused on it, you know? And it's just like, I just try to promote people to just be yourself. Yeah. I remember I used to be scared to talk. I used to be that one nervous kid in high school. Like, I got like a High School Musical-ass story, bro. Because you know how, like, in High School Musical, it's like Troy, he's on the basketball team, but he's like, he falls in love with this girl, so he just wants to, like, start singing and shit just to, like, get her impressed type shit. But then he realizes, damn, I like music. Yeah. And then Gabriella too, she was just on some shit where, like, Sam, she's like the fucking geek, but at the same time she can sing and shit. So it's like Malcolm in the Middle all over again. You feel me? So it's like everyone around you is trying to tell you, oh no, you got to do this and that because that's what you're known for. But bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yes. What inspired them is just like they kept doing whatever the fuck they wanted to, and it inspired the whole school to be on some singing shit, bro. Like, even though it's just a movie type shit, it's just all a full circle effect.
It's real. It's applicable in life.
Yeah.
Once you do it, people will see it around you.
Bro. And then, like, what's happened with me, like, in high school, I was just, like, that real nerdy kid always playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon shit my freshman year. Only had, like, one female friend my freshman year in high school, and I was only talking to, like, guys the whole time type shit because I was too fucking scared to, like, go talk to a girl. Sophomore year, I got a little bit better at it. I was opening up to more people, being more open, being more joking around and shit. Because I was always funny. I just wouldn't joke around with everybody because I was just going into a fucking shell type shit. But then junior year, bro, instantly became class clown. I wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was the one dude. I was always challenging the teachers on some shit, making somebody laugh, and then just not being afraid to be myself, you know?
Yeah.
I was on the sports teams, right? So I played basketball, volleyball, and baseball in high school. I remember there's like on some Troy Bolton shit, they're like, oh, you're on the basketball team. Why are you hanging out with them? I'm just like, we're playing Pokemon, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, we're playing Pokemon, bro. It's like, why you on that? Like, come sit with us. I'm just like, I sat with them my whole freshman year, and like, it was like one of those moments, like, if I go get up and go sit at that other table, I'm giving up on my friends. Like, if I go and do that, like, I'm gonna feel like a shitty person. Like, it might not be in that moment, but like, when I look back, I'm like, damn, I just gave up on friends. I just turned on them, basically. So over time, it became to a point where, like, I had, like, my main table I sat at was, like, all my close friends and shit that I, like, never gave up on and shit. But then, like, I kind of got popular, I guess, because I was cool as fuck with everybody, like, from the nerds to the jocks to the fucking, the pretty-looking females, the ones that are kind of fugly, all due respect. But it was always all love. Yeah. But then, like, over time, I realized more people will do that. They will bounce around tables. They won't just stay in their box. Yeah. And like, that's like my favorite thing about like life is like, if you stay in a box, you're a fucking bot. Yeah. You're just programmed to live life this way and that way. Yes. Like, you're not gonna do your own shit. Yeah. But the more you step out of the box, it's just like you breathe a little, you feel a little bit more free, because then you're like, you make that fucking little jump, you know? Yeah. And then like, bro, like this spot right here, like when I was like 16, like, that's like when the more rebellious side of me came out, because like before, my mom was like, if you're not home by 6:30, boom, stay your ass outside. Like, even in sports, like, oh, she would get mad at me because like practice will end at like 6 o'clock, 6:30. So like if I got home at like 7, she'll be a little upset. But then there'll be game days where I get home at like 8, 9 o'clock, you know? Before, I didn't have a bike, so I would used to have to like walk over everywhere. And then like if I wasn't in the car with my mom or someone that I knew, I didn't know where the fuck I was at. I knew Humboldt Park, I knew Logan Square, I knew Wicker Park. That's it. And then wherever me and my mom would end up living. But like, even then, I wouldn't really venture off into the neighborhood because I was either too young or just like we would always come this way anyway. fixies came around, like the bikes that don't have brakes and shit.
Yeah.
And like everyone was riding them. I wanted one so bad. Ended up joining like this after school matters program where like for a bike mentorship where like basically you do the program, at the end of it they give you a free bike. I did that. Once I had a bike, bro, I was riding everywhere, going downtown by myself, just exploring the city, you know, just like branching out. Even here, bro, like this one spot right here, like right now, like school's not out, so like, bro, when school's out, this shit's gonna be packed. Because all the bikers are gonna come here at like 3-4 o'clock, and they're gonna come from different type of neighborhoods. They're gonna be motherfuckers from the north side, south side, Humboldt Park, all types of neighborhoods linking up right here. It's not music, but it's like a different way to connect and shit. Because like everyone's, it's community, like everyone's just like reaching out and vibing with each other. You got a story to tell, I got a story to tell, boom. Let's go to the lake. You feel me? Moments like that is just like, just made me more open to like connecting with people. Because you get to know more. You don't get stuck to your environment. You get to branch out. Yeah, we're in Chicago, but like it's the same vibe. Like whenever I went to like Cali and like Florida and all that. Like I remember when I went to Florida, it was like more like a family vacation. And, like I wasn't talking to no one because I'm just like, I don't know none of these. I don't know nobody here. But then I went to Cali when I was older, and I was just like, damn. Like everyone's coming up to me. They're like, damn, why you talk like that? I was just like, I'm from Chicago, and they were just like, what does that mean? I'm just like, this is how we talk. And this is how we talk. Because I feel like Cali has like a skater type of slang, and then like here it's just more so like and shit a lot, and shit. We curse after like not everybody, but like it's kind of like the known thing. It's like more straightforward, and then like it's just more straight to the point type shit, and then we say type shit a lot.
Type shit, bro. Like,
bro, I don't care what nobody says. Like, shout out Future and shit, but like, bro, type shit, that shit started in Chicago, bro. That's type shit, and shit, head ass, all that shit started in Chicago, bro. Say if I'm explaining something, and then like I was at this music event, like everything was going crazy and all, blah blah blah, and then like folks ass was tweaking and shit. It's just like another way to add on to a sentence type shit. And like the funny thing about it is like, you can't say it on purpose. Like, it just comes out.
Right.
Like, it literally just comes out. Like, me, I say and shit a lot. I say head ass a lot. I say type shit a lot. It's literally, it just comes out. It's literally just what my...
At this point, it's like a Chicago dialogue.
Yeah, it's just like Chicago dialogue, culture type shit. You feel me? Like, it literally just comes out. It's just one of those things, like, bro, if you live here for a year, you're going to catch yourself saying it on accident, like, all the time.
If you were to recreate the culture here, what values would you want more people to hold?
If I were to reinvent the culture Chicago-wise, honestly, even though it's like so many different like types of ethnicities and cultures in the city, I feel certain individuals stay locked into their environment or their neighborhood. And the first step I would say to that is like, go take a bike ride. Go to the south side. The south side is not what you think it is. Don't believe that whole fucking stereotypical shit that you hear on the news, that it's so violent. It's not. I live on the south side right now. Like, I grew up in Humboldt Park. I even got like family members that tell me like, oh, why do you stay on the south side? It's like this and that. Like, it's dangerous. I'm just like, honestly, I feel it's more dangerous on the north side. Honestly, because like where I'm by, like, bro, I stay by like in fucking, which is not that far from Inglewood, which is like what you'll hear on the news, like, oh, Inglewood is bad. I used to live in Inglewood, bro. I used to walk around with a Gucci hat, Jordans on, and dressed up. Never got checked once. Not once. Lived in Humboldt Park my whole life. Checked a couple times. Wrigley got checked. Never got checked on the south side. But like, to go back onto the topic, like, 1, take a bike ride. 2, talk to some people. Listen to them. Don't assume what you know because like other people have told something about it. 3, like, you don't gotta be so paranoid. Like, I understand like shit happens, but you don't gotta walk around fucking every 2 seconds I'm fucking paranoid and shit, because like the more you're like this and shit, the more you're just getting people to like, yo, what the fuck he tweaking on? Like, he wants it. Like, you're giving that energy off, so it's just like you're kind of like unintentionally manifesting something bad to happen to you, because like you're just paranoid, and then like whoever is on that energy, they're more likely to target you because like you're already kind of like, oh shit, I'm scared type shit. But if you're just like going about your daily life, no one's gonna fuck with you. Like even when it comes to like gangbangers, they don't fuck with you unless just like you're making yourself an easy ass fucking target. And half the time, like, gangbanging ain't even what it used to be type shit. Like, half the time motherfuckers are just fucking selling drugs at this point. Take a bike ride, talk to someone you don't know. if you're going to a park and you don't know nobody, just have a conversation with somebody. Literally just talk to people. Go pet someone's dog. Like, have a conversation. Go to a random ass bar or a restaurant and just go somewhere. Like, you know, like, say if you have like a favorite restaurant, if they have another location in a different part of the city, go to that one. Yeah. You feel me? That's like a good starter off. And then, like, if you have a friend that lives in a neighborhood, don't make them always come to you. Like, go to them sometimes, you know? Because you get to learn more, not only about that person, their environment, but you get to learn more about yourself. And then, like, you just learn new things. Learning doesn't have to always be, like, fucking school-related shit. Like, learning can just be, like, life. Picking up a book, having a conversation. Something I like to do is just, like, because I know a lot of people tend to, like, ignore them. I'll have conversations with homeless people, bro. Yeah. Because they be having, like, the most realest stories, bro. And just, like, life happens, you know? Yeah. And then, like, bro, I slept on a park bench in Humboldt Park for, like, damn near, like, a week, bro. So it's, like, I get it. Motherfuckers just go through shit. And just, like, everyone has a story to tell. And it's just, like, if you don't give them a chance to tell their stories, like, why should I listen to you? If you're not going to listen to me, you feel me? Yeah. Give people a chance. You don't got to be on guard all the time. Just live life, bro. Like, talk to people. It's not only a Chicago thing. That's just, like, a world thing. Because, like, even if it, like, people took, like, those little steps to, like, just go to, like, new neighborhoods, like, it would eliminate a lot of stereotypes. Yeah. Racism's a big problem. I'm not saying it's going to solve it in one night, but, like, baby steps like that are really going to help the world. Yes. Because, especially, like, with the younger generation, because, like, back then, like, there wasn't really social media and shit, so it's, like, everything was word of mouth, and then, like, whatever you read in the newspaper type shit. And then whatever your family or whoever you were close to, like, kind of somewhat taught you and, like, created that stereotypical mindset, you know? Yeah. But, like, the more you just, like, branch out, the more you talk to people, the more you see shit for yourself and give your own opinion on it, instead of just, like, oh, this guy doesn't like those type of people because they do this and that. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm mixed as fuck, bro. Like, you look at my skin, you're either gonna think I'm white or Hispanic. Bro, I am Puerto Rican, I am black, I am German, I am Polish. I am a mix of it all. I am white, I am Hispanic, and I am fucking black. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm a little bit of everything. There's a possibility I might be Irish. I don't know. Do I care? Not really. Races, because, like, honestly, like, even, like, race-wise, I don't give a fuck about race. Like, at the end of the day, I am human. Yes, exactly. I am human. Exactly. I don't put people in boxes. Like, I don't care what race you are. I don't care where the fuck you come from. Yeah. When people meet me, I'm not like, oh, I am Julio. I am Puerto Rican and black and German and no, I am Julio. I am Julio. My name is Julio. I am human. I am
a citizen of Earth.
Literally.
Yeah. Like, and so, I think that's the best way to approach, like, for me, I guess that's how I approach life is the change I want to see in the world, I got to change in myself first. Bro. Like, when I did experience, like discrimination when I was traveling and shit, in my head it's like, how can I change so that I can accept them? Instead of, like, you know, going out my way to try and change them. It's just like, okay, what can I do? And how can I look at this so that I'm not judging them?
That's why I like to give, like, everyone a chance. Like, I don't like to judge people on, like, hearsay, you know? Like, I don't even like to judge people at end, but, like, I know some individuals aren't really motherfuckers you want to have around just based off, like, how their energy is. But, like, I give everyone a chance. Like, I'll walk up to anybody, have a conversation with you, and depending how that conversation goes is, like, depending of, like, all right, he's cool, he's weird, or I feel like there's two different types of weird. Yeah. There's weird where you're just on some, like, yo, that motherfucker's weird, and then there's weird, like, where it's interesting. Yeah. You're like, damn, that's weird because it's different. And then there's weird because it's just, like, you're weird. Right. You feel me? 100%. But, like, I give everyone a chance. I show love to everybody, like, especially, like, being in, like, a creative scene. Like, abstract art is my favorite type of art because it's a whole bunch of just what the fuck going on. And it's just, like, the more you try to understand that what the fuck is just, like, more opening, you know? Because, like, I feel like a lot of abstract artists, like, when it comes to, like, paint and shit, they get a lot of shit because it's like, oh, no, he just threw it on the fucking thing. Like, nah, like, it's literally each color probably has a different fucking emotion that he was feeling, and that he's trying to make different shit stand out. But, like, to the untrained eye, oh, he just fucking threw paint on a board. No, it's just it's art. Even, like, understanding wise, like, not everything has to be understood, you know? some people listen to respond, and then some people listen to just understand.
Yeah.
I feel like the more you're able to like listen or view with understanding or attempting to understanding, the more knowledge will be obtained, instead of just like hearing someone respond and then you're immediately just thinking about what you want to say after, you know? Even like when I have conversations sometimes, like some people will be like, oh, well, haven't you said anything back yet? I was just like, honestly, I'm just trying to understand you more, because like I don't want to just jump to a conclusion and think I know everything, you know?
Yeah.
So like the more information you provide me, the more knowledge I'm gaining to like better my response on what I want to say.
Thanks.
That's like another thing, like let people speak, let people do what they do, let them be creative, like let them just get their thoughts off, because one, you're probably helping them have someone they can vent to, and then at the same time it's just like if they're talking about stuff that they should be doing or stuff that they shouldn't be doing, you can take account for that and just try to figure out how that applies to you, and then how you can better yourself too.
Thanks. Well, hey, that's Kid Juli. Check him out on all platforms. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Kid Juli, KIDJULI. You can throw a 13 at the end of it, so Kid Juli 13. You can find all my music at KIDJULI on all streaming platforms: YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. I do music. I can play the game with you. I'm getting into visuals pretty soon. If you're an artist, hit me up on the gram or whatever. We'll try to get you on an open mic as soon as possible. All creatives are welcome: singers, rappers, poets, dancers, comedians. If you want to tie your shoes on stage, go ahead, go crazy, I don't care. Any type of performing artist, anyone that has any type of aspiring thing, just hit the line. And Godspeed to everyone with a dream. If you're just starting over, Godspeed to you. And then always remember, it's okay to say you're not okay.
Love.
No, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.